What's up, guys? Today we're gonna make a video, the most important video in crypto of your life. So if you're not gonna pay attention, you're gonna be broke. So today what we're gonna check together, we're gonna check the 50-week moving average. I'm gonna show you how to install it. I'm gonna show you like basically what it is, and I'm gonna tell you why it's super important. And this indicator is like crucial, especially right now in the market. So first, here's my chart with the 50-week moving average installed. I'm going to show you guys how to install it for yourself, because the main goal is that you guys are self-sufficient. You got to teach the person how to fish and not just eat the fish, you know what I mean? Come on. So we're going to go on TradingView first. I'm going to go here. You're going to click here on the search bar. You're going to go here, and then you're going to go on Bitcoin All-Time History Index. So once you're here, you're going to go on indicators. You're going to search up on technical. You're going to write triple. Oh, baby, a triple. You're going to write triple MA forecast right there. And you see mine's already set up. Actually, it isn't. Okay, it isn't, you see? So I'll do it with you guys. You see how it's cool? So you're going to go here. It's like the settings. And you're going to put on the long MA, you're going to put 200. On here, the mid MA, you're going to put 100. And short, you're gonna put 50. So basically what these are, the 200 is basically the average price of Bitcoin on its closing on the weekly. So let's say every Sunday, Bitcoin closes a price, and the last 200 Sundays, your average price of Bitcoin is this, like you'll see it's like a line, it's like an indicator, so it's gonna be that. The same thing here as the 200, but this is the average price of Bitcoin for the last 100 weeks, and here's the last 50 weeks. So we have all these settings up. We're gonna click OK, and then boom, we have our chart right here. Okay, so now that we know what the weekly, the 50 weekly is, I'm gonna tell you guys why it's really crucial, and it's gonna be a short video, but it's gonna be straight to the point. Okay, so if you guys see, right now we had a peak here in October. As I said, I told you guys at the 120K to sell right here. And look how I was right. Look how we slipped. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I told you guys to sell here, by the way. Come on, now you're broke. Look. So basically, if you guys see, every time we're in a bull market, meaning let's say every time the market's on a, like doing well, it never goes below this blue line right here, okay? And I know this may be like some mumbo jumbo lines for you guys, but like bear with me, okay? So this blue line is the 200 weekly moving average. So let's say like I told you guys earlier, you guys know what this line is. Generally in a bull market, we don't see Bitcoin going below this line. So you see right here, let's say when we're in the bear market in this cycle, 2022, we went below this blue line. And when we're below this blue line, it's gonna be like your best prices to buy Bitcoin. So every time we're below this blue line, you wanna be buying Bitcoin. Like if we go back below this blue line right now, it's gonna be at like below 54K. You wanna swoop as much Bitcoin as possible. And trust me, when it's gonna be that low, you're gonna be saying, oh, I can go lower. But look, even if you bought, let's say here, it was not even at its lowest, but it was still below the blue line. You bought Bitcoin at 21K. And it went here to 15K. So you don't really give a fuck if it like went down 5K more. You don't really care, yeah? Because even if you bought 21K, at the top of this cycle here, like you made banks, so you don't really care, yeah? So long story short, if Bitcoin hits below the blue line, you wanna sell everything. Sell your house, sell your girlfriend, sell everything. Sell your liver, buy Bitcoin, okay? At below the blue line. Now, when we're in a bull market, meaning let's say when prices are going up, we're always above this yellow line right here. And this yellow line is the 50-week moving average, meaning let's say every time we're above the yellow line, it means we're in a bull market and we're not gonna crash soon. But the thing is, as you guys can see right here, we started to have weekly Bitcoin closes below this 50-week moving average. And every time we had a bull market, yeah, we never closed below this yellow line. We always use this yellow line as a support. You see right here in 2021 in the bull market, we went up here, Corona crash, boom, we use this line to go back up. And as soon as we broke it, then we crash. You see it? So here, we broke it. We went down. Meaning that say that, I think that confirms my theory that we are gonna be crashing right now. And I think we're gonna see a low really soon. And I'm gonna show you guys why. So basically right here, we have the high in October. And here last cycle, the high was in November. And then you see here a month later, 2 months later, we went below the 50-week moving average. And this is what I told you guys is when we hit a bear market, we don't go down one shot. Like it's gonna be like a kangaroo, you know, like we go down, then we go up a bit, we go down, we go up a bit, we go down, up a bit. But we never, once we break this 50-week moving average, we're not gonna hit it, we're not gonna go past it again. So you see, I think that right now we're going towards a bear market. To make this really simple, I don't think we're gonna go above this yellow line, this 50-week moving average. I could be wrong, honestly, because Bitcoin, once again, is just probabilities. But I think most likely we are repeating the cycle we had right here. And I think we're currently like here. So we could bounce up and maybe come back to the low 100Ks. But I think we're basically 1 month behind the last cycle. So you see here, we were in November, it peaked, now October. And then you saw we went below the 100-day moving average here in May. So basically what I'm thinking is that right now, we're gonna probably be crashing here in April. So next April 2026, I think we're gonna crash below the 100 moving week average. And we could, then once we break that, the purple line, we just tank, we tank. So I think that next year, probably around, I would say from maybe April till November, that's when we're gonna have the Bitcoin low. And if I had to bet, I think we're gonna have a low around November to October 2026, because the low always comes a year after the high. So we had the high here in October, so I think the low is gonna be in October, but in 2026. So basically, on the short term, what I'm trying to say is that right now, I think for at least 2 months, we'll be bouncing between like mid 80s and low 100Ks. And every time we go up, I think, let's say you could buy here on the purple line, and then when it goes up to the yellow, you can sell. But it's risky, honestly. Like I don't know why you would do that, to be honest, except like if you're really broke and you have to make some money quick. But what I would just do right now is stack money, work a lot of hours, make money, and then once Bitcoin goes below this purple line, you start to buy like a bit, like you know, like the meme salt bay, you gotta like throw a bit of salt, you know, like just throw some DCAs a bit, like you put some money into crypto once you're below the purple line, and then once you go below the blue line, throw the fucking stack, just throw it all, just all in, and that's it. It's that simple, Bitcoin, honestly. So it's gonna be a short video. I hope you guys learned a lot, and catch you guys in the next video. I love you guys.